because last week I came in and it was like I thought we had started and we hadn't. So welcome to week 12 in review. Even though it said that 3, 2, 1 countdown, it was lagging last time. So hopefully I make it this time a little bit better. Welcome to week 12. Sorry it is so late and
Is it already recording?
Yeah, we're recording. Why do you think I started that?
Okay.
Jesus, you're the worst host. Okay, anyhow, people, welcome to week 12. This is going to be one of a kind, where we're going to go over last week's games. We're going to talk about actually what happened today, and then we'll just have an abbreviated one come next Wednesday. We're still going to do it, but I mean, we're going to start putting these out more on Wednesday because this Thursday idea that we had never really came to fruition or ever worked out. So anyway, thanks for your patience. Let's get to it. Let me share out my screen to you. Share.
Yes, Chromebook. Share it out.
Desktop. Shut up. Okay, I'm sharing. Wait, yeah, okay. Why can't I? Well, what?
Was the audio fixed last week, or am I still?
You're still going to be slightly louder, so I'm just going to try to talk a little bit. Not.
No. I was not loud last time.
No,
remember?
You're always going to be less, just because of this technology that we have until we find something better, which perhaps we can work on. Let's get to week 12.
You just said I was going to be louder.
I'm sorry. I meant I'm trying to be quieter so that your level will be
I
up.
see. Okay.
So here we go.
Yes. Okay.
Let's talk about
Can
Camp
you go
Krusty.
to presentation mode, or?
Can you not see this? I said sharing. It says sharing.
Yes, but I see everything. I see your little slides on the left. I see.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That makes more sense. There you go.
Beauty.
Better.
Okay.
Much better.
There we go. All right. We've got very exciting Camp Krusty. Let's see. How did I do? I lost. As predicted. Well, I'm coming off of the high of today.
I know.
But last
Focus,
week
boy.
I lost,
Focus.
just like I called it. I fell to wing leaders 13, 130. This was my chance to shine, and I couldn't. Just like in many events of my life, whether it be work, personal, or the bedroom, I failed to rise to the occasion,
the
as it
moment.
were.
Take that for what you will.
Few points on the bench with Matt Stafford scoring over 30, but I went with Kyler Murray, not too bad. 22, 20 from Derrick Henry, who's had a couple of decent weeks. Madison sucks and continues to. DK Metcalf, we'll talk about him later, but was not enough for me. 110 is all I could muster. I fell victim. Speaking of leaving points on the bench, it'll be interesting to see who she started this week because I don't remember. But CJ Stroud last week went off.
Huge.
36.86 on the bench. She went with Justin Herbert, who I know is her guy. But pretty much it's a coin toss between those guys. They both average almost the same. As a matter of fact, average, kind of hard to tell, but from projected standings, they're pretty much a coin toss. So I wonder who will start this week. Keenan Allen had a great day, as did Tony Pollard and Michael Pittman. She pretty much got 70 out of just those guys and another 20 from her kicker. Good Lord Almighty. She wasn't feeling, but it didn't really cost her. She gets the win.
Yeah, it was a good win with some of her core people. Keenan Allen, who's been a stud for her all year. Tony Pollard showing up. He's been more streaky this year, but you expect him to be kind of the big guy, but he's had, good ones and bad ones. And then Michael Pittman, who's been a really nice, steady player all this year. And like you said, her kicker. You suffered just with most of your bench not playing up to what we had hoped in a lot of cases, whereas your quarterback and your running back did great, but the rest of it, and really the Bills, who'd been a lot of help to you in other ones, faced a really tough Philly team that night where the score got racked up and it was worth nothing, basically. And a
bye this week. So
exactly. So that was rough. But anyway, congrats to her, and let's move on to your wife versus Joseph.
Okay, the Malibu Stacy.
Oh, this was brutal.
Really needed a win, but as you so astutely highlighted, a lot of people did not come to play. Bijan had a decent day, but that's about it. Gibbs underperforms. Fields underperforms. Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, George Kittle, and Cooper Kupp. I mean, these are big names combined for less than 20, it looks like here. If I've done my math right, I think so. Unbelievable. Gets 10 from the Browns, but she had Myers on the bench for 20, but that wasn't going to help.
No.
She only scored 92. Sorry, babe. Kind of difficult, though, against that game that Prescott had. I don't know if that was that Thursday game or what, but completely went off, 42 points. So after that, it don't matter if her running backs, his running backs combined for 14 points. You got it covered. Debo, 22. Tank Dell, great name, great scores, continues to do so. And then the Cowboys back to scoring a whole mess of points. On the bench, we had Trevor Lawrence at 27. Don't need any of that when you almost double it up with Prescott.
Yeah.
On the flip side, as I said, Myers with 20 wouldn't have helped. Poor Dawn is desperate for a win, and today's not looking so great. She's going against the juggernaut. No, not Kevin Clemens' juggernaut, the juggernaut that is Camp Krusty. We'll cover that in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, this was a tough one for Dawn. I mean, Justin Fields coming back, big night, and then it was such an ugly game on that Monday night game, that versus the Vikings, where Josh Dobbs just played horribly. It was a field goal fest. There was nobody scoring, and then, like you said, the rest of our team just didn't step up where they normally would, especially some of those big name players. And Joe had Dak Prescott just on a great day, and Deebo Samuel with a great day. So tough to come up against somebody like that when your team's struggling. But yeah, she got no help there. Let's see how she's doing today. Let's move on to the next one, which is Log Jammin' versus Greg's I Hate the Effing Eagles.
Okay. Boy, oh boy, tight game. Look at that. 1 point basically separating these two. That is painful.
Yes.
Great takes down Log Jammin' with 161.9 against 160.76. And good grief, any of these changes on poor Jay's team would have meant victory.
Yes.
But Tua only manages to get 7.8 with a projected 20. That doesn't help. McCaffrey looking great as always, 33 points. Warren with 7.2. Kind of balances out though with Waddle over there. Man, he's got a plethora of wide receivers on this team. Good heavens. Waddle with 21.4. A whole mess of other ones, but look at the Dolphins, 31.04. But look at on the bench. You can start McCaffrey, maybe you bench Warren, start any of these other running backs, and you win. 16, 16, and 20 from the running backs on the bench. The one he starts gets 7.2, and he loses by 1. Jay, that is tough. I am so sorry. On the flip side, I Hate the Effing Eagles gets another one in the win column. Nearly 40 out of Jalen Hurts, putting the hurt on Buffalo. And almost 22 from Romandre. Lots of double-digit scores, including Montgomery, Devonta Adams, T.J. Hawkinson, Demario Douglas. The Steelers put up 18. I mean, unbelievable. And then got extras sitting on the bench. You got 24.5 out of Gabe Davis. Thank God you didn't start the Eagles. That would have cost you some points. But, yeah, strong bench over there for Jay, but unfortunately just a tough call on Warren.
Yeah, well, and again, you can always look back and say, gee, coulda, shoulda, woulda. It really hurts when there's that much on your bench that you could have done differently. But again, you're starting the guys you think you're going to get, and it was just a really off day for Tua, only having less than 10. That's not going to happen very often. I know it didn't happen this week. So, it just came down to a squeaker, and Greg got away with one there. But that's what it all comes down to, is just those few points can mean victory or defeat. Let's move on to Nick's picks versus Uncle Todd's. Ooh, Uncle Todd.
Oh, my
Again,
God,
another one.
Tight one. This is even less than a point.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Nick's picks get the win, 168.6 against basically 168. Unbelievable. About a half a point separating these two. Now, Uncle Todd, you got to feel for the guy. I mean, look at that is a score that beats nearly everyone else
huge score
in the league.
Yes.
He's got 32.5 from Jordan Love. Pacheco gets him almost 26. You got 20 from Olave. Kyle pisses the pits. Both Maddie and I have experience with this guy, and he sucks. You got to cut him quick. Devonta Smith gets you 25.5, and a good 15 solid score from the Vikings. Plenty. You didn't really leave anything on the bench. Of course, you got 18 from Russell Wilson, but you'd rather have the 32.5 from Jordan Love. But when I say falls short, I mean we were talking a C-hair short. You got Patrick Mahomes getting 25 points. Josh Jacobs, 26.5. 25 from Mike Evans. I mean, these guys just went off. 20. I know you didn't highlight him, but compared to the projection, look at Hickey. Nearly quadruples his projection. Mostert back to doing what he does. And good Lord, the 49ers, man, again, these scores between them and the Cowboys, and I think there's one other. that racks him up, but unbelievable. 22, 168 is just enough to get it. Sorry, 168 would just barely do it. 168.6 still just barely does it. Really nothing on the bench, so you made good choices in your starting lineups for both these teams, but yeah, that's a tough loss. Sorry, Todd.
Yeah, that was, again, one that came down to just, you cannot imagine how close it is. I was so rooting for Todd in that one since Nick's in our division. I was like, you got to be kidding me, he won by that much. I'm like, oh my gosh. It was a wild game, and I'm sure, Todd was grasping, because I don't know if that was the game that knocked him out of the playoffs or not, but boy, that's a rough way to go when again, tough. You score, like you said, you score that much, you normally beat just about anybody on that given week except the guy you're playing, which is just brutal. Let's move on to something a little more brutal for your poor sister.
Well, it's good for you. Larry Sellers pulls it out, 154 to 142. Wow, Gentlemen Four Quarterlies, I think ESPN pretty much nailed the projection. Look at that, 142.4. She scores 142.4. Same on the other side, projected to get 152. You score 154. Yeah. Pretty much spot on. This was a really competitive game. Sorry, Tara. Tara's having a rough go of it, even though she's got some decent scores. Again, and like you said, it's who you play. Look at Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs combined for, good God, what is that, almost 70 points. You throw in DJ Moore, you're knocking on the door of 100 with just those three. But unfortunately, they couldn't get a lot of help from James Conner, who only did 7.2. Dalton Schultz, 1.2. Decent out of Cole Kmet, 11 points, but that's pretty much it. She gets 142.4 like projected. You, on the other hand, even though we've been calling this all year, dude, this is not a typical Matt Dickey quarterback with hot and cold, and it continues to be that way. 17 points, no idea what he did today or if he
was off today. It was a bye.
Welcome back to the points for Kyron Williams. Finally, that $200 is finally paying off a little bit. You got a good day from Sam Laporta. Who knew this was just a warm-up for this week? Garrett Wilson, 17.4. Very nicely done. You get 154, a sorely needed win for your record and your spirits, and you got it. Yeah. Calvin Ridley, what the hell are you doing? You sat him twice now when he went off.
Okay,
when are you going to move him back in? Okay, you're going to start Dalton Kincaid over Calvin Ridley? What the hell is that?
Okay, Dalton's scores had been more steady than Calvin's. He had one good week with a bunch of crappy weeks surrounding him. I didn't know if this was an anomaly. I don't care what he's projected. That doesn't guarantee he's going to get it.
Well, he got less.
Yeah, I know that. I tried
Calvin Ridley got more.
It didn't work.
Move him up.
Okay, he's in there this week. We'll see if he shows up, or if he turns around to screw me and gives me like 2.5 tomorrow night. We will see. Let's move on before we belabor that.
All right, this has got to be the last game.
Getting closer.
God, look at how tight this entire week was.
That's what she said.
Dallas Hurts gets the win by 2 points, 138 to 136, takes down Kev. That kind of kept Dawn, at least her hopes alive, being, dashed. Her hopes are being dashed today, but we shall see. Dallas Hurts gets the win, as I said, 138 to 136. Let's take a look at Kev. First, falling a little short. Brock Purdy didn't help things. He only came up half what he was supposed to. Watson and Flowers tried to pick up the slack, as does Nico Collins with 25.5. But it's not enough when you got Jake Ferguson getting you less than 5, the Chiefs getting you 5. Eckler would have been nice to get a little bit more out of him. He, again, another guy who did half of what he was supposed to. Yeah. Kev finishes with 136. Looking at his bench, I mean, you had Sam Howell, but Purdy's been his guy. I wouldn't say you would have started him. Yeah. Other than that, there's really nothing else to talk about on the bench on either side. Of course, you had Marquez Brown for 14.5, but you're going to start him over Godwin, who didn't score well? No. Yeah. McBride, I don't know. She needs a tight end. CeeDee Lamb's a stud. Yeah. So, I mean, they all started who they're supposed to. Kat gets the win. Congrats, Kat. She's having a nice little tail of the season, kind of like Joe is too, but we'll see how the rest comes out. And is she missing a player?
Yeah, she might have an open area, she might have an open one in her bench. I'm guessing.
Okay,
She
well,
might. She
okay,
might.
you can pick up a little bit of depth if you feel like it.
Yeah, she might have grabbed some, or she might have had somebody on go on IR. Maybe she moved it off of there, and so that's off of that
yeah,
one.
it could have been like
I don't know, but yeah, no. There's with the short bench. I'm surprised she didn't fill it immediately, but we will see how that goes this week. Again, another tough one, like you said, 2 points might have made the difference for old Mr. Clemens if you might have, like you said, started Sam Howell. But again, how do you go against Brock Purdy?
Yeah, you're not going to.
It's tough, and like Seattle and the Chiefs. I mean, you think they're going up against Vegas. Why not? And Seattle's going up against San Francisco.
Yeah.
Of course not. They're going to do well.
Yeah, San Francisco any given day.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was a tough one, but well fought battle. And congrats to Kat. Let's move on to standings. And here we go. We finally have some posted, clinched, and eliminations. Why don't you take us through it?
Okay, let's take a look at this. So Brockway pretty much wrapped up. You've got Camp Krusty, myself, alone at first. Hopefully I can continue because Dallas Hurts is
on your tail,
down my neck. Camp Krusty at 7-5, Dallas Hurts at 6-6. I think we both clinched a spot. And Uncle Todd, sorry Todd, I think he's out 3-9 after last week. We'll see what this week has in store. We'll cover that in a minute. Over in Ogdenville, Maddie and Nick's picks, both at 7-5 with Logjam and just one game back. Still anybody's division over there, so no locks there, no eliminations there. Let's go over to North Haverbrook. North Haverbrook, despite some losses, Terry, she had that really successful beginning of the year that's kind of carried her for a bit. She's still in first, even with some tough loss. She's got 7-5. I hate the effing Eagles at 6-6, and only one game back. Coming on strong is the occasional acid flashback, who I think, knock on wood, I saw trying to make a comeback here after a rough morning. We shall see. And going over to Springfield, here's another lock. Oh, I should have said, Gentleman for Quarterlies, as well as being in first, appears to be locked in. So congrats, Terry. On the other side, you got Wing Leader 13 at 9-3, definitely locked in. Gotta like that. Mark Sanchez, Juggernauts at 5-7, and Malibu Stacy's bringing up the year, just one game back at 4-8, but she really, really needed a win, and she really, really needed one today. Not sure if that's going to happen. We shall see what happens there, but no eliminations there. We do have a lock for Wing Leader 13, even though it doesn't say it. I think Jay told me I was a lock for Brockway, so yeah, maybe those are.
Well, yeah, obviously, it should have had you guys as locked. I don't know why ESPN sucks. Let's just and not only did it say that Sam.
We know who's in and we know who's out.
It didn't only say that Sam clinched, but she clinched the division, so no one can even catch her in the division, even if Clemens wins the next couple games.
She clinches.
She wins. But she wins the division, so that's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, shared this one. This was our long-standing poll.
Go ahead.
This was our long-standing poll. This was who was this year's biggest bust. I know somebody said, "Hey, somebody wasn't on there," but feel free to reach out. I would have said please reach out, but yeah, sure. It comes down to Tony Pollard. Looks like the winner, with Cooper Kupp following up, and then tie between Metcalf and Eckler. Although Metcalf coming on later this year, that may change. But
He's coming on later. But look at a guys like Derrick Henry, who was my first overall pick. It was just nothing this year.
Yeah, but he's done okay though, right? I mean, he hasn't been bad.
He sucks.
All right. Well, I thought he was.
Harris is a big disappointment. I thought he'd get more, but he got no votes.
Yeah, me too. I thought the same thing for possibly Waddle or Higgins or Barkley even, but apparently no one agreed. Let's get to the fun facts of the breakdown of who was added that week. And this one we had a couple of, you can see a lot of us out there at the 0 ones. And now, I don't know if this is the first time.
Look at all the Larry Sellers.
Shut up. Now listen,
Lord.
I don't know if this is the first time it was ever done. But if it was, my hat's off to Jason. I haven't seen this done. Look at how smart Jason was with. Now, who was it that he did this on? Where's Jason? He gets Zach Moss. No.
I love that he got all these guys from you.
I know, right? Don't you just
you
love
and
this?
Todd are
Here
at
it is.
Zeros. He gets them with 19.
Yeah, here it is. Now
You have a zeros for Fryermuth. He gets them. Yeah. Sorry, Matthew.
Okay, wait. Let me talk. So what I was going to say was, here it is. If you look at the Falcons one, right? First, First,
all those zeros.
Wait, but first Jason says, hey, if no one else wants him, I'll take him for 0, right? But then he says, if any one of the dirtbags like Matt or Todd tries to get him, I'll just bid $1 and beat everybody. Now, he still loses, but that was pretty savvy to go, I don't even want to pay $1 for it if I can get it for free. But if these losers try, I got them with $1. So that was a funny one. Curtis Samuel goes to Mr. Clemens, as does the Falcons.
All you got were the Bucks?
Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you.
After all that work.
I know. And then the occasional acid flashback went to, I knew Fryermuth, I wasn't going to get him after his huge week. And the same thing with Zach Moss. As soon as Taylor went down, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to win that one. But had to put out there something, as did Todd. Todd and I are both on the same page. Let's move to some of the wrap-ups from the week before. Nick's picks led with the 169. I think it was more than that, but they just gave him the 169.
Barely. There was a bunch of teams with that.
Yeah. Bottom of the pile, poor Malibu Stace. He's left in the dust with, as we said, 93. Occasional bragging rights go to the occasional acid flashback who blew out the Stacey's by 56 points. Bad beat was, like you said, Uncle Todd's family feedback 0.64. Ouch. Lucky break, wing leader 13 finished 3-8 in all play, but still came away with the win. That's to your play, like you said. That was a close one. Not so lucky if you ain't first, your last, or the second highest score in the league wasn't enough to beat Uncle Todd's family feedback again. That's the same one. Look, it's got the throwing up emoji. I like that with Nick's picks. Sharpshooter also goes to Nick's picks, and then defense win championships was Dallas Hurt. So congrats to those people. And then now we're going to stop here. I had this done before, but let's go to the live scoring.
Okay.
Let me go here.
Sorry, I've been looking at the camera. I've been looking at your screen. I'm interested.
Where is my ESPN score? Hold on. I thought I had it up here. Didn't I have it up here? Can I move this? I wonder, can I move this? Can I go like that? Oh, there we go. Right there. Boom. Okay, now I don't know if I can make this a full thing or not.
We can kind of see it.
Yeah, we can see most of it. Okay, so let's talk about yours and your wife, who's. Let's look at this one. So right now.
Is it at 100? Oh, jeez.
It's got you at 100, which means she's done, right? She's played everybody and you're already ahead?
Yes.
It's over. You both played everybody.
Yes.
Why did you play Royce Free? Oh, maybe Royce did play. Did he even play today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
0.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he didn't get anything today. Even without that, you still beat her. You're still beating her by quite a bit there. Could she change anything with this? Not really. You had Stafford with 30 sitting there, but didn't need it.
Tyler's been doing okay.
Yeah.
Stafford. With the season Cooper Kupp has had, I'm still a little bit nervous with Stafford, but maybe I should start looking at it with that score.
Yeah, and again,
I don't have a lot of depth.
No.
And I've got players who are outperforming what they're supposed to. Like DK Metcalf doesn't get 41, I lose this game.
Yeah, DK Metcalf
and he hasn't been doing well.
No, he had a huge night. That was an insane game. I could not believe he caught 3 touchdowns. That was just nutso. Who else for you? Oh, and then Derrick Henry, like you said, you're yelling at him. He gets 27 today. I think he went out with an injury at the end, but it looks like he's just questionable for next week, so hopefully he comes back for you.
Yeah.
And Geno Smith, I really did not expect that, certainly against a very good Dallas defense. And even though they lost, it was right down to the wire. I'm sure Dallas fans were biting their nails right to the end of that game because he had a chance to win in the end, and what a just great game for him. So congrats to Gino, but not enough for Dawn to get this week. I don't know if that eliminates her or if she could still possibly get in. I think that'll depend on who's the other team she's playing against in her division. I don't know. Kev, so we'll look at the juggernauts and see what that's.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Although we were optimistic, though, going into the weekend, Don and I both had one player who played Thursday, and we combined for 80 points. So,
nice, right.
We were excited, but it kind of fizzled. Okay, let's look at this one. Ooh, still way too close to call. 55% to 44% for Cat. Like I said, Dallas Hurts coming on late in the season, as is Joe. Both these teams are playing well down the stretch. Anybody's game. Look at this. Dak Prescott with another great week, 34. On the flip side, lots of contribution, including CeeDee Lamb. Good heavens. I guess when Dak gets 34, somebody else on Dallas is going to get it. And apparently it was him. What happened to Marquise Brown? Nothing.
Not a whole lot.
I think he was with my Bryce, whatever my guy was.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say. Royce Freeman. Obviously, I thought
Pokemon Go or something.
I thought Brown played today, and again, Arizona beat up on my Steelers, so I'm surprised he doesn't have any catches. But
Jeez, Cat, look at her running backs again, combined for about
tough.
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Yeah, Tyreek had a good day, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
Tyreek and CeeDee.
Lamb.
Yeah, and then poor Derek Carr comes back and he just gets his butt kicked in that one with that Detroit whooping. I mean, they came back for some things, but it was a lot of Taysom Hill and even Jameson Winston came back in after Derek was hurt, so that's a tough one. So I'm wondering if Kat's going to add one of the defenses for tomorrow because she has no defense going. She could pick up a defense and technically still be in this. So hopefully she does pick up tomorrow either the Bengals or...
Are they available or either of them
Bengals or Jacks? I don't know. They might not be. And if so, she's screwed. I really hope she doesn't do that and cost her. Although, look at the Dallas defense, -2. That's I mean, she's already beating that head-to-head matchup with the defense by not even starting one. But we'll see how it rolls out for Monday.
Who plays tomorrow night again?
It'll be Jacksonville and the Bengals.
Okay. Fill a little bit while I check.
Yeah, sure, no problem. You do that while I'm going to scroll down. This is now Uncle Todd's feedback versus the Gentleman Four Quarters. Now, your sister, I'm not going to say she gave up, but she basically said, hey, I have a bunch of people on bye and a bunch of other people injured. I don't care. I'm starting who I have. I'm not going to shuffle a bunch of the things just to win one week. This would be the week she's going to kind of concede, which it looks like may actually happen given Todd's score. And again, even though Todd's out of it, he's still playing out his string. Had a huge day from Jordan Love and Isaiah Pacheco. Devontae Smith had a huge day with 24, and the Jets got a nice 19 to help him. It looks like it's all over, but the shoutings for Travis Etienne, he's going to play, and the Jags will play, and McPherson will play, but the odds that they're going to make up that gap between 166 and 69, I don't think they're going to get 100 between those three, but, stranger things will happen. Who the hell knows, right?
Okay, Jacksonville's not available. The Bengals are. So
okay, so she can still pick up the Bengals tomorrow.
If she figures it out, then yeah.
Let's move on to I Hate the Effing Eagles versus Nick's picks.
This one's pretty much over. Nick's picks at 117.
Damn it. We need Nick to lose. Damn it, Greg. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically Nick could pull a Matt and bench
all of them. Yeah.
And Zay Jones and
wouldn't hurt
call
him.
This done.
Yeah, because he's done.
I don't think they're going to lose minus 20, 30 points.
No, that's a lot.
Happen. This one's pretty much in the books.
Yeah.
Greg at, 82.58, and he's done, huh?
Yeah. And poor Greg, he had Stevenson, who was arguably his
from Andre,
Yeah, and he got injured today, and that just sucks because he was kind of the guy
and
for...
nothing from Johnson either. A tough day.
Yeah.
3.9 from Boswell, 4.2 from Greg Dortch.
Yeah. He's another receiver for the.
With 5.8, yeah.
Yeah, and then the poor Steelers defense, which we're supposed to. Again, you look at Vegas. The odds were all in their favor. Obviously, they were wrong, and Boswell misses an easy field goal early in the game. I was shocked by that.
Look at Mike Evans. He's got to be 40.
Yeah,
he scored
stud.
33 in the third.
Yeah,
or 33.2. And then
they all talk about the top wide receivers, and I don't know why they never talk about Mike Evans. And I'm probably guilty of this too. If he asked me to name the top 3 or 5, I probably wouldn't put him in there. But I'll be darned if he just keeps proving us wrong every year with look at those scores, right? Insane. Yeah, so very good for him.
The 49ers fell off a little bit. 8 points today, huh?
Yeah, that was a tough one for Philly.
All
but
right,
okay.
Game.
Yeah, okay, so now we're going to go backwards because we started with you. So we're going to go back to now. This is me. This is still going. How I'm even in this is just ridiculous because...
I know. I saw that you were complaining all day long.
I don't look at my scores.
To see how bad it is. I'm like... What is he bitching about?
It's because I don't look at my scores because I think I'm going to jinx myself, and I hate even looking at them now. I didn't want to see it until it's all over. It's too stressful. When Kenny Pickett went out
to 31, and then about 70 from Kyron Williams does well again, and A.J. Brown. Kenny Pickett, good Lord, dude. You better figure out something else.
Dude, I had Minshew and dropped him because I thought, you know what? I think Pickett versus Arizona, better matchup. Who could have been more wrong than me on that call? I was like, first of all, before he even went out with a stupid injury, he didn't look very good to start with. I was like, this might have been a mistake. And then he goes out. I'm like, son of a, are you kidding me? Meanwhile, the screen is flipping back over. Tua with another long touchdown. I'm like, stop. This is too much.
Yeah, well, you must have saw them all because he only got 27.2, which is still great, but 2 passing touchdowns. So
yeah. I'm thank God he handed off 2 for. Thank God Achane got a couple because I really needed those 2 rushing touchdowns from him since.
Well, McCaffrey came back from injury quite nice.
Yeah, look at him, 22.
Sometimes when running backs get hurt and they come back, He's done well.
Yeah.
Might be first again. I don't know. I haven't seen that.
I don't know. It was very nice to see him back on the field and actually doing something.
Chase still has, though. I mean, Chase could go off, right?
Yeah. He has Chase and Ingram, and thankfully I have Ridley. So maybe that'll, again, please be the Ridley you have been the last 2 weeks, and maybe that'll help. But we'll see. Will it be the Ridley or the Riddler for Matt tomorrow? And then I got my man McManus, who's been my steady kicker. But
I'll say this.
What?
Not that I'm rooting against you. I'm not. But Don went into a Monday night game with way less than 17%.
Right.
And then pulling it off.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why
possible.
Monday nights are absolutely nutty. Anything can happen, and I hate going into it. I'd rather be done today. But let's move on to our last one, which is win leader.
I just like the fact that there's still a game to be decided.
Yeah, I know, right? This one looks like it's done.
Lord. No, this isn't going to help Don any.
The Clemens wins.
Clemens,
nicely
done. Thank God you didn't sit Brock Purdy and bite
look at that,
on his bad
40
week last week.
Against Philly.
40. He got almost 200 points. Is he done?
Yeah, that's insane.
He's done.
He's done. Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost 200 points. That's insane.
Look at Nico Collins.
Yeah, he had a huge day. Mm-hmm. He had a really good day.
Unbelievable.
191 yards. Holy cow, I didn't see the total, the end stat line. 9 receptions for 191 yards. Wow.
4 touchdowns for Purdy.
Yeah, that was a huge day. Jeez, yeah, the Niners really took it to him.
Eckler, what a disappointment.
Yeah, the whole year. He should be the lead by far. That guy has not lived up to anything he's supposed to.
18 yards, that's it.
And again, that game was ugly. Look at that score against the stinker. I know it's Bill Belichick, but come on. Really, Chargers? You can't do better than that?
That's really bad, yeah. Oh,
yeah. God. Christian Watson had a good day, good night.
Yeah, putting up nearly a 200 burger up there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's huge.
Tough to win there, Sam, when the other teams getting 200.
And hey,
in the playoffs,
look at all those people bidding on the Falcons, 24.04. That's why we were bidding on them. That's the score we all wanted on ours, and Clemens was smart enough to snag them. So congrats to you. To the winner go the spoils. Good job. All right, let me get it off this and get it back to us. And I think we still have some decent. Yeah, we're 5 minutes in. That's good. We did well. So a little more of a real-time update for this one since we're so late in the week. Again, we'll have it now. From now on, Wednesday nights it'll come out. But wow, we'll
do our best.
We will, Ask. We can make Wednesdays. As long as you don't fall off a cliff, we can do it. We can do it. Okay. Yes. Anyhow, any other thoughts from this weekend's games or last week's games, or just how it's all shaping up for the playoffs? I mean, we only have two more weeks before the playoffs. I think maybe one after this. I think this might be, we'll have to look at the 12, 13. I think we start in week 14, so playoffs are just around the corner. Who is I want you to give me your number one pick just based on how awesome people have been, and then I also want you to give me your dark horse pick who could come and upset the entire field with the, hey, we didn't see this person coming.
Okay, dark horse, I've got to go with Clem at this point in time.
That's a good one.
I was going to say Joe.
I like Clemens, though.
Let's see what happens. Two teams who are really doing well at the moment. Mm-hmm. I would say Dark Horse. I got a Dark Horse. Dark Horse, I'll say Clem. And the favorite going in, I guess I got to go either Sam or Terry.
Yeah.
Those are my picks.
Yeah.
I mean, Terry's due for big scores again. Her guys are healthy. She's got Allen and Diggs, and she still has lots of guys. Like, my guys are overperforming, and that's not going to last.
Right. It's got to fall off sometime.
It's going to
fall off. The law of
quickly.
averages will come around to hurt you.
Her guys are meant to score like that. So I would say Sam and Terry are my...
You got to pick one. Pick one.
Odds on.
Come on.
Pick one.
Don't willy waffle on this one. Come on.
All right. How about we'll keep it a homer pick? Let's go Terry.
Okay. See, now I would see. So for my two picks, I will instead take Sam as the. Could have
gone either way.
Right. I was going to say as the one that we expect to win it all or to continue to keep rolling because she has such a great team. But I think, and I agree with your dark horse pick. I like Clemens. I think Clemens is the guy that he could come up and everybody things are going great, and all of a sudden, boom, Brock Purdy has a big day like today, and it's over for you.
He does go with homers, but this is the year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's got, McCaffrey's on that team. Purdy's on that team. You got
so many weapons.
Mm-hmm. Their defense is amazing. Mm-hmm. So even though I know he doesn't have the defense, but he's got Purdy, and he's got some teams, and he's made moves. He got Hopkins, who got him 24. And he's coming off of 200 points. So,
Clemens very quietly. He's had some rough matchups, so it doesn't look like he's as impressive as he really is. So I think he could do a lot of damage come playoff time. He might be the team that nobody really wants to play when it comes up to it.
I got a poll for you, a
All right.
live poll.
Live poll,
Uh,
hit it.
and you can't say me because I'm already picking that. Who's your one and done in
How
playoffs
dare
this
you?
year? You can't pick me
One and done. Okay. Let's see.
because
One and
I'm picking
done.
me.
Okay. I'm gonna really blow your mind with this one. Okay, so if I'm wrong in my prediction of who's supposed to win it, I'm gonna say one and done, Sam, because that would be the saddest thing ever. Is you roll into this with I am the king of the world. I've got all these great studs, and then just one bad week, and oh, I'm sorry, you're
No,
done.
no, no, no. Your one and done is who do you think's going to go one and done?
That's what I'm picking.
Oh, you think she's going to lose?
I'm thinking.
You just said you picked her to win it all. You
I'm
can't
just
pick her
saying,
to win
on paper, she looks like she can win it all. But we know how these crazy things happen in fantasy, and how many times have
Okay.
people walked into it with everything loaded, and oh, all the things get pushed off the table, and it's over. From what Paul
I
would
think
say,
those two picks are competing against each other in my book, but
I'm just hedging
uh,
my bet. So you're
yeah,
picking
exactly.
yourself, huh?
I'm taking
Well, I should
myself.
pick
Yeah,
myself because I am the king of playoffs and done. The one and done in playoffs. I'm always the guy that makes it into playoffs, and then sorry, Matt, you're out.
yeah,
Son of a
yeah. You always get in with 10-2, or
some crazy
and
thing just
then
to
yeah,
whatever. I somehow make it in. I am the Steelers. I make it in, and then I'm done in the first one.
yeah. Me
So,
too.
hey,
That's
so
why. And with my team right now, definitely, I'm in trouble.
all right, hold on, wait. We got like 50 something seconds left. I got one quick question for you, and then we'll wrap for today. So the question I
Yeah,
have for you, because I haven't been following along with college football, but I know Notre Dame finished 9-3.
yeah.
What happens to them? Are they in a bowl game?
Oh heck yeah.
Okay, don't get
We're
all like
ranked like
that.
17th, I think.
So who are they in a bowl game with?
We don't know yet.
Oh,
They
that
haven't
isn't
announced
announced yet.
them
Okay,
yet.
no, but
Yeah.
we'll stay tuned. So for everybody in the league, comment or text because I think we wanted to get together in December, and this was the first weekend of December. Whoops, we missed this weekend. So what does next weekend or the following look like if y'all want to get together, and where do we want to do it? And we'll make it some Christmas festivity type thing. 20 seconds, Kev. Last thoughts before we close it off.
After your one and done pick, I would not eat anything from Sam if I were you.
Yeah, those cocktail weenies will have to wait until postseason. And even then, if she does lose,
She'll
those
poison
weenies are going
you
to be
for
the
that,
death of me.
Matthew.
Exactly. All right. So for Kevin Eat the
I'll help
Smathy
you with a
saying,
potion. Don't.
"Steak." Oh, and die. Damn it, we got cut off. It just died. I'll have to listen to it later. Oh. I saw that when my AirPod just died. I have to get a new one to plug it in to see what it says. Kevin, I got cut off on our Zoom meeting. It's pretty funny. Just trying to finish up the video. We were both talking most of it. Dang it. We'll listen to yours. Okay, and then help me with the car.
shower.